Welcome to my daily quick sketch day 31. For this one I wanted to make a small miniature scene. I had a 3D scanned mushroom, like flat mushroom, that I had to use for the quick sketch. First of all, I used the texture that came with it to create a bump map, just to add a little bit more detail, especially in the bottom part of the mushroom. Then I added an HDRI just to get some very natural lighting. I separated my background from the scene itself using this very simple node setup that you can see on screen right there. I then created a cube that I wanted to shape into a house, so I added a few cuts to create stuff like the window holes and the door frame. I then beveled some vertices to create the window holes, basically inverted them, and then extruded them outwards to create some thickness for them, like some frames basically. Beveled those edges as well so they look more organic. Then I beveled the upper edges of the door, inset that door, and then extruded it as well, just to get some more thickness to it, make it look more organic. I beveled these edges, the outer edges as well, or corners of the house. Changed their geometry, just push some vertices around just to make it look more organic. Then I made some bars that I could put into the window frame. I just used two cylinders, did the first one, duplicated the second one, pushed the second one a little bit further in front of the first one to create this nice frame. I then just made a plane, edited it so it fits perfectly into the door frame. I beveled those as well, the corners at the top, and then shaped the vertices so it fits perfectly into the door frame using proportional editing. I pushed it into the frame and then only added a doorknob as well. I reduced the vertex count just to make it easier in terms of performance. Next up, I added a plane that I used for the roof. First of all, I just made this slope shape. Next up, I scaled it down so it fits perfectly onto the house. I extruded it down so we have some thickness. I used the mirror modifier to create the opposite side, or the other side of the roof. Just made this, changed the end of the roof to look more like fantasy-like or more organic. I then added a displacement modifier with a cloud texture that served me as just a little bit more texture on that flat surface of the planes, so it looks just more organic. I switched around my direction of the normal for the displacement modifier just to get some different results. I then added a texture for the main walls of the house, used smart UV unwrapping to get a nice UV to distribute my textures correctly. I then just adjusted the color and the tone of the color to get a nice natural white. Then I separated, or first before I did that, I added a wood texture to the window bars, if you want to call it that. I added the same material to the window frames and the door frame. I added another wood texture to the door, made it pretty big because it's supposed to be a miniature scene. I created a sort of clay material for the roof. I used a bump map that I created myself with a normal texture. Used the same normal texture to create a roughness map for that clay material, and then it's basically all that I did for the house. I then put the house into the scene. It was almost done, my 30 minutes that I had for my quick sketch. I positioned my camera, added a light. First of all, before I did that, I adjusted the HDRI lighting because it was supposed to be dark or like nighttime. I added a light into the house to get this nice focus on the house itself and create a nice point of interest. Added some more glow using post-production, and then I rendered the final scene. I usually leave my glare filter at a threshold of, I think, roughly 1, and that's basically it. If you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button and tell me what you want to see better done next time, and I'll see you then. See ya.